Hello, Prim friends. Just mixed myself up a nice cup of iced coffee left over from this morning. And I thought it's so quiet and peaceful here. My husband is not yet home from work. Not that he's not quiet and peaceful, that did not sound right, but you know what I mean. I just had a couple minutes. The table is set for us for dinner for tonight, and the house just feels very quiet and peaceful tonight. So I wanted to give you just a quick tour. Christmas here this year was the first time in this house, and I just didn't bring an awful lot of things out, and some of the things that are out are new to us this year. But I had lots of excitement in that my oldest son, who has been in the Air Force Special Ops for the last 8 years, is now home in Ohio. So after 8 years of service, he has decided to join the ranks of the civilian world. And so I just came back from a trip to Albuquerque before Christmas. So I flew out to Albuquerque and then drove home with him so that he could bring his vehicle back and not have to do that long trip, that long drive, 3 days of driving by himself. So I did put the Christmas tree up. I thought it looked neat here in this corner, in this nook of the stairway. I am absolutely in love with these little candle lights. I got these at Meander Hill, and I am not a fan of stringing lights on the Christmas tree. I dread it. And these are just fabulous. So this tree has 20 of them on it. They come in boxes of 10. And next year I'll probably get a couple more boxes. The tree this year, I didn't even bring out any of my long time ornaments. They are downstairs in the basement, but these were all ornaments that I've bought recently, just in collecting and antiquing, and I just absolutely love them. So we've got a lot of kind of that shiny bright, some have the indents in them, but these are all, every one of these that are on this tree are all new to me this year. And then we still have a few Christmas presents underneath the tree here that just haven't found their way back home. And this one this year is so very, very special to me with my oldest son now home after 8 years of service. So this area here by the front door, it is a front door, but we never use it. It really is just for, I guess, for show. But we enter and exit the house from the side porch where the driveway is. So, all right, let's do a quick video upstairs, and I'll show you the guest room that we've now put together. And we had to get ready quick before my son got home. So here's our bathroom here on the upstairs. There's a full bath here. Don't have a mirror there yet. Look at that, something good there. That hooked rug my mom did many years ago. It was some sort of a hooked rug challenge. And so there were certain elements of different design pieces that they had to put together. And when we bought the farm in 2020, my mom gave me that rug because there are just so many parts of it that seem like it was just meant to be. There's that angel up above, the little church in the corner. I work at a church. There's the farmhouse, the barn, the sunflowers. Again, we do have a flower farm here, so we grow lots and lots and lots of sunflowers. So I put this room just kind of quickly together. We have a little feather tree there in the corner. And here's a primmy style of an early American bed. It's not marked, so I don't know if it was the seraph or somebody else, but just absolutely love it. The blanket and the curtains came from Curry Antiques, and I'm not sure if she's still doing those kind of fabric pieces anymore. I may have been blessed to have gotten one of the last pieces there of these that she was doing. So, so here, lots of pictures and things still to be hung, but most of my collection of stone fruit right here. There's still some other pieces in a couple other places, but this was a painting that I got from, I think her name is Susan Leach. She does murals all over the country. The checkerboard, I bought that when I was probably 12 years old at an antique show in Toronto, Canada. It has always had these compartments on the ends for where the checkers would go. So kind of a fun piece that I've had for a very, very, very long time. I have also heard over the years that you can tell a Canadian checkerboard from an American checkerboard because the Americans would only have 12 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm sorry. The Canadians are 12. American ones would have 8. So check your checkerboards if you have any of the early boards. This little round table has found its way over here, but I think it is going to go back in the space where I originally had it. We do have a space there for a chandelier, and so I think that's where that is going to end up. And here I do have some of those metal black cats. These are very vintage. They were originally put in your windows and on porches or on fence posts to scare predators away outside because their eyes and light would glint in the eyes of the marbles on the cats. I do have 2 of those available for sale, so if you were interested in those, please let me know. And then this wonderful early feather tree. Jim and I bought that for us, for the 2 of us, as a Christmas present one year, many years ago. And then being a child that grew up in Germany and still has family there, these little sweeties are such a big part of my childhood growing up that when we went back to Germany, I want to say in 1983, I bought a pair of those. Meckie and, well, we always called them Meckies, but I think it was Meckie, and they each had their own name. I can't remember, but it's, yes. So the TV cabinet there, that was the one that was built by Jan. And here's just a little thing that I started putting together several years ago. It's just a glass jar. I know even Walmart sells those glass jars. And anytime I find some of the early tinsel, this one is still actually on the little piece of cardboard. There's one that's a lot darker. There are some garland pieces that would have been on a feather tree, but I just kind of tucked those down in that jar. And then because we have the flower farm and we do raise a lot of tomatoes and peppers and those kind of things also, and have those out at our farm stand. You can see I'm in the midst of kind of garden planning, and then some catalogs there from one of my favorite places, an heirloom seed company. And actually I do have a video that's coming up, and I just wanted to kind of mention it to you in advance, so be watching for it, where when my son and I came home from Albuquerque, we stopped at the Baker Creek Seed Company, and so there is a bit of a tour there as well. So you can see lots and lots of seeds. Those are all, you know, divided up between the vegetables, the cool season, annual flowers, the warm season flowers. Yes, Daisy, I know, sweetheart. Yes, she likes to tell us that she's always starving, even though she's not. So, all right, let's head back this way, and I'm going to show you some of these items that I do have available for sale, but that are not in the shop yet. So, if you see something here that you would really like, please message me in the comments. The very best way to reach out to me so that I know who is first is if you send me an email to gigi4224@yahoo.com. That's gigi4224@yahoo.com. So this little guy is not for sale. He is from the Valancourt Folk Art Company. He's actually from 1997. But these are made of chalkware, plaster material. And I have all of these candy molds, these antique chocolate molds. And so between Thanksgiving and Christmas and after Christmas, I have started making these chalkware figures. Now, I am not a painter myself. That's just not where my talent lies. But I know that so many of you are so very talented. So I will be offering all of these for sale. This one is so sweet. It's 3 of the little gnomes, and then it has the little angel on the back. Those 3 bell snickles, they are holding a bag of coal, and he's holding some sticks behind his back. So if you're still in the mood for something Christmas, those are available. There's some Father Christmas and some traditional Santas, snowmen, and then also some of the Easter bunnies riding a motorcycle, and some various other type pieces. This Santa I also have available for sale. Not the Valancourt, but this one here is for sale. It's big. I'll make sure to put the size in the description. This is one of those hand-carved from, his name starts with a V, George, there. So I remember going to the shows, the folk art shows, where he would do the carvings or have his carvings there. And people would run into the booth and just grab. They would grab what they would ever get closest to, because by the time, I mean, you just a blink of an eye from the time the booth opens, his pieces were sold out. So this one is from 2001, I'm sorry, 2001. And it looks like maybe a couple of geese. But he's just so amazing, and he's not small, so he really does make quite a statement. I have him sitting there on the top of that early hutch table. So I also have several of these rye basket pieces. This one has the leather trim. Looks like this may have been a handle at one time. I don't know, maybe that was the top of a rye basket. I'll make sure the measurements are available on the screen also. Here is another one. This is larger. This also has the leather trim on it, and the leather here on the back side. So I'm going to do $125 on this one. We'll do $125 on this one. It's larger, but these will both be $125. There you can see kind of the size difference. And then these two rye baskets, and we'll say $85 on each of those. You can just feel the age in those. So $85 on each of those, $125 on each of the ones with the leather edging on them. This is out of my wheelhouse, so you guys may be getting something really grand. I've got a wooden bowl that's clearly out of round. You can see that oval look to it. And it does have the lip on the edge. So we'll do $55 for the bowl. Let's do $12 for the butter paddle. Let's do $15 for the masher. And then these two redware plates are done by Betty Lou. Let's say $45 on each of those. And I'll make sure that the measurements are on the screen. This one, can't remember who that was. This one is Folt's Pottery from 1987. Sweet little sheep. So we'll do $20 on that one. This one, this fun black and white plaid, the original price is on there for $55. Earthly Goods, Morrow, Ohio. So let's say $20 on that one. And then we're a little out of the season, but here's a Halloween piece. E.G., probably Earthly Goods also. So let's say $10 on that one. So these items will all be brought into the shop within a couple days of when I do this video. I have plans for more videos for you, from drying pineapples and doing the cloves in the oranges. But the little twist here is those are not real oranges. Those are artificial ones. And so I really like that pop of color. You know, we have so much that's often in this peaceful, calm, muted, earthy kind of colors, and the oranges, these look exactly like actual oranges, and that would have been such a treat for people in the 1800s to have gotten something like that. So, all right. Well, I hope you'll comment. Again, this is going to be at the end of the video for Seville Antiques. Remember, their hours have changed for the winter time. So they are now closed Mondays and Tuesdays, and they are open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 a.m. until 4 p.m. for the winter hours. That will go on through the beginning of April. So I believe they said April 1st. All right, so take care, everybody, and we will see you in the next one.